Hi, YouTube family. Daughter of the Most High, heading into the weekend again. Lots going on in the news, but I don't pay much attention to it. You know why? It's because of everything the Lord's been showing me for months now. So, someone sent me a video today, a friend of mine from Facebook, and it is called America's Betrayal. And this talks about the subtitle is Many U.S. Presidents, High-Ranking Politicians, Military Elite, Police, and Judiciary Have Studied the Islamic Quran in Secret. This video talks about Freemasons, Shriners, touches a little bit on Luciferians, that they're all in cahoots with each other, and they're followers of the enemy. And so we know that our government and the elites, I have a hard time calling them that because of what, the game that they're playing, but they are the wealthy elites and the ones in control, and they put their puppets in place, and the puppeteers are behind the scenes, and they're what they're trying to get us to believe. And I believed it for a while too, and maybe you still do, or maybe you're like me and you did and the Lord showed you, but that Donald Trump is a Christian and that he's, not a career politician, and he's trying to make some changes, and he did, but he's still in cahoots with the crew behind the scenes, and a lot of it was fake. And you'll see it in this video. You'll see how he doesn't have true Christian faith. They're calling it an interfaith. I think it's an interfaith belief that they all just merge. And, if you're a true Christian, you know that we can't merge with any belief system because all the other beliefs are of the enemy. They're false beliefs, and they're to trick people into following whatever that belief system is, whether it's, Buddhism or any other Eastern religion, or, the various New Age, all that kind of stuff, whatever they'll choose, it's all a path that leads to destruction. And all of these are at the enemy's hand. He created these to deceive people. So Christians can't mix. We can't coexist like that. And I really like that, or I like the idea of the coexist bumper sticker. I wish we could coexist, but we can't. You know why? Because there's a war for souls going on, and the enemy is lying, deceiving, cheating, stealing, and doing all the stuff that he does. So either you're a Christian and you're on the narrow path. There's even Christians that are on the wrong path. They're not true Christians, but they think they are. So much can be said. So this particular video focuses on that the Islamic beliefs, but whether they're Islamic or Luciferian or Illuminati or Freemason or all the stuff they do, it's all many paths leading to one destructive, eternal, destination in hell, because the enemy's tricking so many people. It just grieves my heart that this is going on. But my point is that there is a world within a world, and there's this present world that so many people, the majority of people, still believe and think is the true world. The world behind the scenes is the one that's actually pulling the strings of the puppets. They're the puppeteers, the wealthy elites. And what they're planning is the New World Order. They're planning to emerge at some point. How that's going to look, I don't know. But I can tell you, I don't think it's very far off. There's so much going on since 2020. And it's, I've prayed about it. God, how is this going to emerge? Kind of like in a preparation. And the Lord really hasn't spoken to me about that. And I'm praying and believing and releasing my faith that he does, because I do know that it's going to be like all of a sudden. There's been a lot of changes in 2020. but this final move is going to be a very sudden move. And some people are thinking that they're trying to create a civil war. Um, and that may happen. I think a lot of that has, well, it looks like the plan based on how they position Trump as a Christian, and then also, claiming that he is very racist and white supremacist and all that kind of stuff. And what they're trying to do is actually create division through that. And so, um, and it seems like they have been fairly successful so far. And, oh, hang on, my doggies are here. They always got to come and visit. Right, guys? And so they're trying to create division. And, some of these things have happened before in the past, where I'm actually reading Pawns in the Game. And I've been busy, and, December's a busy month. It was for me. And now work is super busy. And so I have read about 35 pages of this book. So I really want to plug into that too, and get that read. But what they're talking about is throughout history, and I want to create a outline as I read the book and share that with you. How all along the way that this world within a world, the puppeteers, how they orchestrated wars, and who they choose for president and all that kind of stuff. It's all been a plan behind the scenes. So that was a plan. This is a plan. It's all part of their grand scheme. That's all going to move toward the New World Order. So that's why I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the news. Much of the news is part of their plan as well. What they want the people to know, what they want the people to believe. It's all a game. What's the next chess move? And so again, I am actually focusing behind the scenes much more. So I want to share this video with you. It's actually really interesting. 33 minutes long. Look for it in the description box. Join me in this journey. Don't buy what, it's like The Matrix. That book and movie, The Matrix, and it's very much, that's what it is anyway, as far as a believer, because we know the enemy's work in the earth. And his goal is to deceive. He has many kingdoms on the earth. He's the God of this world. And I've known that since I've been, a long time, in my Christian walk. And what I didn't know is the extent that they took it to. I didn't know there was a world within a world. I didn't know that there was, puppets and a puppeteer. I didn't know all that. And that's why the Lord brought that to my attention. And so I try to share that and to get that word out. And there's certain channels that actually share that. So I'm grateful for that. I want to get that word out because people get so caught up in what's going on politically. And it's like, it's all a game. I just kind of watch what they're doing now, and I just see it for what it is. And I just pray that more and more people will. Now, what does it mean? How is that going to play out? I don't know. I want to read Pawns in the Game. I want to spend time in prayer and just, continue growing in this revelation that the Lord's had me on. This has been such an interesting path. Sorry, my computer screen. Actually, sometimes it'll go down and get real dark, and so then I just hit a key or hit the space bar and it lights back up. So anyway, I will post the video in the description box, and I will see you soon, family of God. Eyes wide open, remember? Let's be discerning. Let's be soldiers in the army of God. We have to know God's truth. We know God's truth, and we've got to learn this truth as well to know what's going on and to be prepared for it. I truly believe our time is short. Now, that doesn't mean that I believe that we're going to get raptured out of here. I wish we were. I really do. But I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to be here for a while. So let's just prepare, be informed, and just continue following our wonderful Heavenly Father. No matter what, He is with us. Even if we are deceived about certain things, I don't want to be deceived about anything. I want to know God's truth about everything. But even if we are deceived, as a Christian, and we're thinking that these political issues are actually, warrant our attention, that sort of thing, and we get all worked up about it, the fact is that we're still in God's care, even if we're, a little off track about certain things. So, not anything big, but I just mean that's big. But I'm saying it's not sin to think that what's going on in the government is actually some kind of like reality. That's not a sin. Everything they do is sin, but I'm not talking about that kind of sin. Sin is a character issue in us. It's a fleshly indulgence. And so what I'm thinking is that they just are off track a little bit. And so, again, I just wanted to share the truth that God's showing me. And so look for the video in the description box, and I'll see you soon, fam.